I wrote this for my sister-in-law, Sheron Dauphin, on her beloved mother's passing. Our beloved Margie, when a friend and mother passes on, there are memories that must be shared. It's our way of honoring them and reminding ourselves how much we really cared. Margie was truly a marvel, right up to the very end. Throughout her 97-plus years, to so many, she was a true friend. To her children, Sheron and Bill, a mother who loved them with all her heart. To her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, she was there playing a big part. Margie graduated from business college in Toledo, ending up working for Jeep, retiring in 1979 and moving to Phoenix. For her, family ties always ran deep. She and her husband, Olin, wanted to be close to the family there. Sheron and sons, Brad and Gary, were living in Phoenix, so off they went without a care. The family lost Olin in 1984, but Margie was far from alone. Later, son Bill and 3 grandchildren lived in Ohio, and Margie liked to get out and roam. Visiting David, Michelle, and Melissa always gave her spirits a lift. And Grandma never forgot a birthday. In her world, family was a blessed gift. One of her great legacies that will be remembered by one and all, she taught 3 generations to play rummy. Through it all, Margie was having a ball. Margie and Neil's mother Ree used to play rummy, late into the middle of the night. They had lots of fun together. Watching those two was a wonderful sight. Margie loved going to casinos and traveling. Las Vegas knew her well, but she wasn't your typical gambler, a story Neil and Sheron loved to tell. She always had a carefully constructed budget, spending a day each month to lay out. Part of that budget was for gambling. When spent, she was done, without a doubt. Margie had many friends at Emmanuel, including Arnold, Lori, Doris, Nancy, and Joe. Playing bingo and farkle with them, there's something you might not know. Margie was not always a gracious loser. Sometimes she'd even get a little mad. She really wanted to win every time, but it's hard to call a will to win bad. Margie was a kind and friendly person, but sometimes her bad hearing got in the way. She sometimes insulted the family without malice, things that are still laughed about today. She always had a love for animals, having birds and dogs over the years. Her granddogs, Coco and Ralphie, always erased any cause for tears. Anything blue was Margie's favorite color, an enigma, one might say. For Margie did not have a blue personality. She enjoyed each and every day. She always considered herself lucky, and was lucky right up to the end, only spending 8 days in hospice before ascending into the arms of a friend. For Margie was a spiritual lady, and truly worshipped her Lord, and we're sure when she reached the great beyond, the angel's harp struck a chord. So farewell to our dear Margie, but memories of you will forever hold. You'll continue to live in our hearts as the stories of your life are again retold. I'm Bud the Rhymer.